Well, how's everybody doing today? We cut this rye down here up a little piece that I rent 2 days ago. And it was a little soft up here. It ain't too bad now, but got another chance of rain for, let's see, today's Wednesday, Thursday night, so I think we might have Dad come up here and we'll TED this out, see if we can get it to dry up. Granted, it was supposed to be full sun today, and it's not, so so yeah, I think we'll probably run the tedder through this and then come back through and rake it up maybe tomorrow, and we'll get her baled up hopefully and hauled in and wrapped. And the rest of our rye is probably another week out or so if I had to guess, but yeah, this stuff all started heading out, so yeah, make good heifer dry cow feed. So, and yeah, we were doing some work on the round baler. I had to splice a belt on that, and I'll show you guys a little tool we use for doing that. And it's hard to say if I'll get much for a video up here or not. I got too much stuff going on, so running. So anyways, we'll check back after a while. Okay, I'm down here playing with the baler. So a couple years ago, this belt here somehow got torn. We were baling corn stalks. Sometimes it seems corn stalks are hard on these things, but yeah, so we put a splice in, and what happened is some of the rivets must have pulled out. First time we ever used this riveting tool, and I don't think we had them hammered down good enough. So these are two we already did. See where they're at, and this is one of the ones we did when we first did it. You can see those aren't mushroomed out near like they should be, so I think that's where we ran into troubles. So before we put this all back together, I'm going to try to hammer these down. I don't know if it's going to do any good at this point, but we'll try her anyways. And yeah, then there's just a rod that goes in there. You give a little turn that holds these together. Yeah, not much to them. And then here's the tool. Here's the splice. Put this in the tool. Sits up against these rivets. And then this is for set up for a 7-inch wide belt. So there's a little pin you hold that belt against, and then goes in here. Then you hammer these down, and those are the rivet pins. You put one on each end, get them started, and then work your way across and finish them off. Cutting the belt, you want to make sure you cut them square. This one's already done, so we'll have to flip that over, and then that turn this around, and then that'll clamp in here. And also what you got to do is you got to grind these down. I just use a angle grinder to do it. And let's see in here, got this little gauge here, so it's going to show you your thickness and how far back you need to cut that. And possibly what we ran into also, where those rivets didn't smash in good enough. I wonder if we didn't have these belts just a little too thick yet. So they got a maximum and a minimum where we grind them down. And I think we may have been just a little too thick, so we ground these down a little farther. So you could take this and slide it in that without any restriction. Wondering if that's where we screwed up. We screwed something up. But yeah, so not much to it. I won't video actually doing it because it's kind of a long process, but yeah, not much to her. So I guess we'll get that on. We'll get this taken care of here, belt back together, and grease her up, and we'll see about doing some rye probably sometime tomorrow. Hopefully it's gonna rain, so we better. I'm gonna do it one way or another. So we'll check back at some point. Alright, well, Dad went off to start baling up there, so had to change a tire on the bale cart. My buddy Dennis is going to come over and run the other truck and bale cart, and probably throw the Kubota on the trailer here and head up with this and see if we can get her done before it rains. One of those things, we'll get it done. It won't rain, but it happens. So we'll see how the day goes. Alright, well, we're loaded up. Heading out. Well, we decided that I'd just load the trailers, and my buddy's gonna take the trucks back and forth, so that'll work out. He didn't want to learn how to drive the Kubota. He's a New Holland guy. So, yeah, we're pretty well catching up to Dad, so I'm not be in too big of a hurry, but yeah, we'll keep moving here and hopefully get everything done before chore time. That's the last of the ride for up here. Alright, well, it's next day here. We got the rye all wrapped up. We ended up getting about just shy of 3/10 of rain. So I'm working on my backstop here. I'm gonna put a new rope in it. And I had whoever had this before me, these hooks were broke off. So they welded nuts in here and ran the rope through some pretty good sized nuts, and worked pretty good, other than the threads were still inside the nuts, so the threads basically wore on the rope till the rope broke, and granted the rope was pretty well shot anyway. So yeah, so we got some new of these and cut the old ones off and the nuts off, and clamp these ones on and get these welded up. Got to had some cracks here in the corner, so I ground them out, try to weld them. The crack out again, I don't know, maybe a guy should put a plate in here or something. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm sure lacing this backstop's going to be just a treat, so we'll see what we get into here next day or so. Alright, well, we got new rope on her. Got these all welded in. welded around here on the corners where it's cracked out, and should be in business. Alright, well, Dad's out cutting, we're going to try to cut the rest of the rye down today. Buddy of mine's here hauling a little bit of last of the manure we need to cover that field we baled the rye off of. Put in a good day yesterday. We had tank going on the 2290, and now we put the big spreader on the 1586. So yeah, I made some good headway yesterday, so should get that finished up today. I'm going to try to get this chopper worked on, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, got a little work done on the chopper yesterday, but yeah, see, I got some chains I need to replace, and one sprocket that's pretty worn. Dad got the rest of the rye cut down, so I think I'm going to call this one good enough and check back when we get baling that and going on the chopper, and we'll have to keep moving on the manure and stuff. And yeah, I'll have to show you guys the new purchase, the new to me tractor. I gotta change filters and change oil and stuff on that thing, and before we get using that. So yeah, we'll probably show you that in the next one, and go from there. So guess until then, thanks for watching. We'll catch everybody later.